Boom! Easier. Yeah, yeah. Live and direct. Live and direct on YouTube in flesh. Janik, your host for another. This one is a motivation morning, not morning, but a new day. Yeah, we're not gonna mourn. See, get stuck again with words. I hate that word morning. I get stuck again with it. Oh, it's never gonna end. The programming, the programming, but we must be aware of the programs. I think it's a great, great start to emancipating ourselves from that mental slavery is to be aware of the programs and to not reject the teaching if someone comes and tell you your program. Like this is the thing that's happening is like many people, I went to them and I told them, hey, we were programmed very solid and this and that, and even that they don't want to know. They don't want to. No matter what you tell them, they're programmed or they're robots or in their headspace, everything is fine. There's so much in the ego, so much in their thinking that their thinking is the right thinking, and it's all about being right or wrong, or it's not about love. Not too many people will choose love in arguments and stuff like that. Hold on a second. Small intervention. It's the morning, eh? You must give me a chance. It's like I had a little sneeze attack again. Live and direct. Uh, okay, I'm back. 6 o'clock in the morning here. It's kind of early. Kind of early to be on YouTube. Never been on YouTube that early. Like this is getting really in gear now. If you can tell, I'm here at 6 o'clock in the morning, yapping my mouth like that. It means that it's really getting into an habit. That's what it has to be. That's what I told you I was going to make out of this. An habit of eradicating the program by coming here and sharing my trauma. Yeah, that's great. Feels great. I love it. I love it. Every day I look forward to it. I look forward to it. There's always that little voice inside me that comes and tell me if it's the right thing to do or if what I'm doing is the not that it's the right thing to do. I know it's the right thing to do, but I mean, it's the little voice inside the doubt voice. It's constantly there. It's part of the program, so it's gonna be there. We've been programmed very, very deep, and it's very, very hard to undo that program. But if you're not aware, for sure, like you don't know what you don't know, eh? I have a paper here from Melissa again. And, I don't know if I'm going to have time to read the whole thing. It's kind of long, but we're going to take pieces in there and make something out of it for sure. Beautiful family of creators, which is what we are. There are two key points in the process of creation that are essential to remember. It is of utmost importance to realize the connection between the quality of the state that the body technology is in and the quality of the experience that is manifest. It's a direct connection. The quality of the state of the body that the technology is in, very important, and the quality of the experience that is manifest. Coinciding with this, but on a mental level, is how clear are you of the programs of the fear-based ego in comparison to how often your natural essence is allowed to flow freely? Big question, eh? Big thing. Coinciding with this, but on a mental level, is how clear are you of the programs of the fear-based ego in comparison to how often your natural essence is allowed to flow freely? Because of our inherent connection with nature. If we are being destructive to our bodies or living in a state of mental chaos, both leading to a lack of clarity and unsettledness, physically and or mentally, then nature will reflect these vibrations as we are currently witnessing. As we are currently witnessing all around us, the chaos. The mental chaos, both leading to a lack of clarity. Big time. It is so important that each one of us is aware of whatever programs, and thus addictions and dependencies, we have running so that we may choose consciously in each moment a decision that allows the most amazing version of ourselves to be expressed, thus dissolving the programs one breath at a time. It's one breath at a time that you have to undo that program. It's not something that can happen from one day. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so it's not something that's gonna happen from one day to another. Undo the programs. The programs are in many. The programs running in our heads are very, very potent. So it's a lifetime commitment to work on yourself. I don't wonder why. That's why I told my wife last night. I said, Kim, I don't wonder why these guys go on top of mountain and on the retreat centers to really, because what they want to reach, pretty sure when you're in like a Buddha monk or something like that, you must want to reside in this place in the space between the thoughts. Like I'm pretty sure that's the thing that they practice out there, is to really return to our natural essence, which is yeah. Our natural essence is to flow, to let the flow. Yeah, to let the flow, to follow to go with the flow. Let the love flow. Let the love flow. Yeah. And dissolving the program one breath at a time. There are various programs such as unworthiness, self-doubt, something is wrong with me, etc. That are all extension of the fear-based ego that was created through the indoctrination into the overlay. Yeah, fear-based ego is like any any programs. Any programs is probably derived by the fear-based ego program. That's pretty much what it is, because what programs is preventing us from reaching out to the world and changing the world is this one, the fear-based ego. That was created through the indoctrination. We've all been indoctrinated, unless you're, I don't know, there might be some people at one point that haven't been indoctrinated in this. I wonder if you can in a lifetime, because, I don't know, your parents are very, very conscious, or you haven't been brainwashed. I wonder if there is people that haven't been brainwashed in this madness of not only the ball earth. For sure we can talk about the ball earth. It's one of the most satanic. This and the killing of animals. I think the killing of animals is worse. I think the killing of animals is worse. It's the most horrible thing that's happening right now. If you when you start watching those videos of what's going on in slaughterhouse and everything, you're like, whoa, 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 that's happening here on Earth. And then you realize, yeah, that's a program running through the heads of those people. They are acting like robots, like murderers and robots. And this is clear to me that this evil system is very deeply programmed inside us. Very deeply programmed, derived by the fear-based ego. These programs have created addiction and dependencies for those who have not yet discovered and cleared their particular programs and are expressed through the use or abuse of drugs, alcohol, unhealthy fake food, entertainment, media of all forms, sports, celebrity worship, etc., drama, money, adrenaline, etc. However, once one becomes aware of the programs running, oftentimes silently, in the background of their consciousness, they are empowered to choose differently and more in alignment with their true essence with every breath, every choice we make. That is an expression of our natural essence, dissolve the program and allows the love that we are to flow more freely. This is what we want, to let the love flow more freely, to attain a state where we can, big up Sam, I see you in the chat, big up Ivar, yeah, to a state that, what I was saying? Yeah. Drama, money, adrenaline. However, once we become aware of the programs running oftentimes silently in the background of their consciousness, they are empowered to choose differently and more in alignment with their true essence in every breath. That's it. Every choice we make that is an expression of our natural essence dissolve the program and allows the love. The love. I was talking about the love. Allows the love to get distracted by Sam coming in the chat and Ivar. So the love is to come back to a in a sense that it's flowing freely. You know, we shouldn't restrict the flow of love, but now we're restricting the flow of love so much that pretty much you ask people what is love, and most people have no idea. They will not know what to answer you. Most people on every existential question that we have, you ask them question and they will not know what to answer because they haven't done the work. They're not prepared to receive the question. So they're not prepared to receive the truth. They're not, this is what we have to do also by undoing the programs, is being ready for the truth, your truth. You are the truth. So by undoing the programs, you set yourself for life. You set yourself for life, for sure, because you'll have undo the program that prevents you from rising and shining your light. So it's very, very important to be aware of those programs running through your head. Very important. And it's not something that is just a random thing. Like, no, it's very deep in your subconscious. It started at a very, very young age. And all that to restrain the flow of love that you can bring into this consciousness, this big water of consciousness. And that's it. Love life, show love. Ain't no giving in. Wake up and live, people. If media and entertainment are your addiction to numb the pain of the misalignment within, then because this is all it is, if you need something external to numb the pain, it's because you're misaligned inside. That's all it is. Because in your natural essence, you shouldn't need all these external stuff to align yourself. We should be aligned with ourselves naturally. Yeah. Then please realize that the images of which we place our awareness and thus allow into our consciousness are that which will be created. Period. Period. Every story, show, or movie about war, earthquakes, abuse in whatever fashion, etc., are being breathed into existence every time you inhale and exhale unconsciously. This is very important to understand the breath thing. That's why I keep reading her stuff. She's very, very inspired. Melissa Kemper. Big up, Melissa, if you listen to me. This is the purpose of the media, to deliver to us from an external source the reality they want us to create. It is really quite simple. There are screens, messages, and frequencies that are presented so quickly and subtly, they seem to go undetected. Undetected. It has still been seeded into our awareness. All of the external distractions that are of the overly function in this matter. Why would we want to waste one moment creating someone else's desire, reality, which is unnatural, dead, and certainly does not have our best interests at heart, when we are designed to co-create in unison with nature, which is a natural and effortless process? And you have the proof in me. It's effortless. I come here, I co-create alignment with nature, alignment with truth, who I am. Becomes effortless. I'm here at 6 o'clock in the morning. Never retreat, never surrender. But maybe at one point we have to surrender. Maybe at one point we have to surrender. But not in the way you think. I mean, we have to let go. Maybe that's the way of surrendering, letting go. It's very important also in those, once you become aware of the programs, is to start letting go. You have to start letting go at one point. This is what happened with us also. Problems letting go. If we choose to fill our body temple with poisonous fake food, then our experience will be a reflection of the chaos and war which is experienced internally. For sure. If you consume fake food all day long, all week long, you will look fake. You will look fake, for sure, and you will be fake. Because anyway, it's gonna poison you to a point that it's going to affect you internally. It's going to affect you internally to a great, great extent. People have no idea how the poison in the food come and really affects us very deeply. When we ingest unnatural foods, it is impossible for our reality to be in alignment with nature. When we eat foods that are dead and have no life force energy in them, this is the thing. When you eat a piece of dead animals, there's no sun energy in it. But there might be sun energy because most cows are raised inside. There's not much sun energy in there. And life force, life force energy, enzymes and stuff. But when you eat dead flesh, in a way, I don't want to extend on the. I've did a few rants this week about that. It is very difficult for the consciousness within us to flow freely. If we overeat and tax our system beyond what is capable of digesting, it is impossible to experience a sense of spaciousness and relaxation. We should be eating foods that are colorful, colorful, whole and alive. Raw food. Raw food diet is the best. It's the best. Eat raw. Like I said, if I cheat sometime, I will have a cooked meal or something more cooked. But most of the time, I like eating raw. I love salads and stuff like that. My wife is very good for. I have a very good cook, so I'm very fortunate to have a wife that a partner, a wife, a friend, a great friend that know how to cook. Yeah, and she's interested also in finding new ways, new alternatives, and new. So we're really in the process of getting healthier. We're really doing that together. So it's very empowering. Sorry, Amir. This is live, eh? So sometime I have to. I had another sneeze attack. It's kind of severe in the morning. It's like morning sneeze attack. But this is live on YouTube. You gotta give me a chance. But I know you are. I know you're comprehensive, and it's no big deal. We're still here. Realize the direct relationship between the quality of what you ingest and the quality of your experience. What you ingest will be in direct correlation with your experience. That's for sure. The more clean food you eat, the more clear thoughts you'll have, and the more clarity you'll have for your mission in life. So it's very important to eat proper food, raw power from the sun. This is what we need. We are light beings, so we need some light. Yeah. So the food, I think, is a very good way, especially if you eat raw and alive food. Is very you will have a very quality of your experience will change drastically with the quality of food you put inside the your experience will change drastically. We should be eating foods that are colorful, old, and alive. We must drink plenty of beautiful, clear water to keep the body hydrated and flushing out whatever needs to be removed. And water is a big thing. And water is very hard to find. You must have your own filters and stuff like that to filter your water. It's the best. And because all the water bottles are all filled with uh, everything else but water, almost like many of them. So it's not automatic that. So very important to drink clean water rather than ingesting sugar laden liquids. You know, this is what most youth does with chemicals for coloring and flavoring, like the Monsters drink and all those stuff, all the nonsense, all the soda pop, and it's all to when anyway chemicals for coloring and flavoring. Are you eating a mostly raw diet, largely comprised of fruits and veggies? Or are you allowing the geese of convenience and the addictions to the chemicals to be the decision makers of how you feed your amazing self? Ask yourself the question. Yeah? Sometimes the lack of self-love and self-respect can be so overwhelming, thus allowing one to cause harm to their beautiful self. It's profound. That's profound. I gotta repeat this. Sometimes the lack of self love and self respect can be so overwhelming, thus allowing one to cause harm to their beautiful self. Know that this is a loop that you can step out and that you are far more powerful than you realize. If one chooses to stay stuck in the same loop of self-minimizing behavior, one of the byproduct is hiding yourself from the world out of shame and guilt, and thus not sharing your awesomeness and uniqueness with all of those who love you and want to experience you. You are so amazing, but if looping, the body consciousness is unable to sense this as it is full of harmful toxins that disconnect you from who you really are. Starting in this moment, are you willing? Be more loving to yourself than in the previous moment. Are you willing to allow the best version of yourself to express in every moment? Arise and shine. Yeah. Can you allow the love that is inherently you to be given to yourself first so that you can then go and share the same love with everyone else? As you choose an alignment with who you really are in each moment, momentum is gained. And the programs dissolve. You are worth feeling amazing and allowing life to flow and support you in every breath. You are so deeply loved. Allow this in. Stop restricting the flow of love. Let it in. And it will come out after. It will just be like a big volcano. If one's body is damaged from harmful choices, realize that there are steps to healing the body and clearing the toxins properly. For many, jumping for a mostly raw diet right away will cause even more chaos. That you got to be careful. In the body, as it is not able to process what has been ingested, and thus need to be rebuilt, strengthened appropriately. However, this process can transpire rapidly when combined with the dissolving of the programs and remembering of how powerful one is. This is the thing. Once you start gaining back your power, remembering who you are and everything, you did that program dissolve, and you will be less and less tempted to go to these bad addiction, bad foods, and stuff that you are naturally tempted to go. Like more and more, you're gonna go less and less towards that. It's common sense. To me, it makes a lot of it makes that's what I do in my everyday. I still have temptations for sure. We all have temptations, and I think, like I said, I would have to be on the top of a Mount Everest or something, or some kind of a Buddhist place to have no temptations around. But I live in Babylon, and there's a lot of temptation. So this is the work we have to do on ourselves to be aware of the programs, be really aware of the programs, and eradicate those programs as fast as possible with, first of all, clean food, clean water, clean the body technology. Your body, your amazing technology that you have must be clean, must be taken care of. So step by step, little by little, you clean the body and you gain back your power. That's what's happening with many of us that are realizing that we've been poisoned for so long. At one point, you're like, okay, time to flush the poison now, the toxins and all that. And I started myself by juicing. Juicing, it was helping me a lot to detox inside. You get a lot of cramps, like she said. You're gonna go through a lot of discomfort at first when you start to detox, but it lasts for a certain time. After that, you should be fine. I'm sure giving birth is much worse than having cramps in the belly to detox. So don't worry about it. You'll go through it. I've seen my wife give birth. I'm sure it's much worse than having cramps in the belly when you disintox. So I would not worry about it so much. If you ask me, don't worry about it. Just do the work necessary to just do the work necessary to disintox and clean the toxins and return to our natural state to let the love flow. There is much chaos occurring in nature, and we must be responsible how our choice affect her. This is the thing. If we're not responsible of our choices, how it affects nature and everything around us, we are completely disconnected. Completely disconnected with who we are, with what we have to do here, with the place we are, with everything is totally unconscious, living dead, walking dead, lost at sea, officially dead. This is what it is. You don't have to like it, like Mark says. You don't have to like it. Yes, there are other factors as well that we are creating too. But when our body technology is in its natural state of health and well being, nothing can transpire that is out of alignment with her and our natural essence. Be prepared for whatever may come if that allows you to relax, and then let every bit of your awareness be on that which you desire to experience and nothing else, focusing on where we are going as all things are possible. All things are possible in the now here. We are alive. Wake up, ja people. Wake up and live. Rise and shine. Speak your mind. He's out. He will be back. Surrender. Sur means over, above, beyond. Render means to give in return or by obligation. Yeah. Yeah. Surrender. Sur. Yeah. No, I know. I like it, Ivar. So one surrender and is giving up, up, up. Nothing wrong with that. It's giving up, up, up. That's it. No, we must give up. We must give up, up, up. Just the saying, don't give up, don't give up. Why should I not give up? I should give up. It's all inverted. It's all an inverted world. And we're repeating all this without even asking question what the phrase means or what are we saying. But we know when you stop and say, hey, don't give up, why should I not give up? This is the thing anyway. And surrender and retreat. And once you start analyzing the program that you're under, you're gonna have a lot of you're gonna be on shock how deep program you are. This is my experience. So I'm out and I'll be back maybe tonight later on, but I think it's gonna be more tomorrow morning. Our next talk. So tomorrow morning, probably same time, 6 o'clock. He's out. Rise and shine. Have a very wonderful, uplifting day. I wish you all the best. I love you all very, very much. But the divine love you even more. So you are very much loved. So rise and shine and show your love. You are loved very, very much. We are all loved very, very much. When the blessing fall, it doesn't fall on one man house. It falls on everyone. We all been be more up or bless up or yeah, I hate that word bless. But anyway, we all been fortunate with life. We all been given the gift of life here. Okay, we all been given the gift of life. We're all alive. Why don't we start trying to make a change? Create a change. Start creating a change with yourself. Clean your body. Be aware of the program. And after that, rise and shine and don't stress and forget the rest and just do your best. He's out. That's what I do every day. He's out.